the implementation of, do I get it right, Eric? HB 2777.
Yes.
All right. And Eric Van Hagen will give you a quick review of where we are in this process.
Thank you, Mr. Board President, members of the board. Just a very brief update on where we are with implementation of this bill and sort of a setup for a discussion that we expect to have with you all in December to come in sort of for a landing on decisions about what the fine amount should be, what the number of hours of community service should be, informed by the public outreach that I'll discuss in just a moment, so that we can move then towards a January.
All right, what do we got here?
Begin to implement this. But just to refresh your recollection, this is the process authorized by House Bill 2777 to provide for an administrative resolution option during the first 90 days after
citation
issuance.
issued. 90-day clock.
Resolution by one of the methods.
Hey, find a Trimet.
Statute would mean that the citation
They get all the money.
filed with the court.
Community service. Okay, that's good. Hearing with Trimet. Uh-oh.
There's a lot going on right now, and I'm not going to touch on all of it. Just a couple of quick highlights to get ready for this.
You didn't pay. You go to the court anyway. So what's the fucking big deal here?
System. We're also
doesn't do anything but add another layer of bureaucracy here.
Issuance of electronic citations instead of paper out in the field. So this would involve scanning a driver's license on an app on a phone. It will auto-populate all that information into the citation. Allows for much faster citations to be issued. No legibility problems. You have a mobile printer that prints the citation.
More Big Brother.
Much like I'm sure none of you have ever received a parking ticket in the city of Portland, but they use a similar method and will stick it under your windshield. It's that sort of a style. It will not only be faster in the field to issue those, but it will allow us to provide some additional information to customers on those citation forms. We're also getting new citation forms. The Oregon Judicial Department has agreed and seen the need that we have to make sure that our customers have good information at the time of cite, because that may be the only time we know we're going to contact that person. All the forms we use have to be approved by the Oregon Supreme Court, and the Oregon Judicial Department is underway with developing a mass transit citation form for the first time, which we think will be a help and a benefit to our customers. Finally, on the community service front, everybody has certainly rallied around that as a positive improvement, and we're already doing outreach to.
They already had community service as an option, by the way. That's not new. That's already there.
Community service organizations that we would partner with to allow people to complete their community service through third-party organizations. Right now, though, is really the time of public outreach and listening. We've got a survey out online, and it will be offered to people out on the system to try and get feedback on these questions. We've got a series of forums and open houses. We'll be joining with the Low Income Fair and the Policy and Planning Outreach to add this as an element to their discussion to maximize the number of people we're reaching. And we also have a really fantastic work group that's going to begin its meeting next week. Director Bauman has very kindly volunteered for service on that work group. We have an ACLU, Oregon Justice Resource Center, a number of different organizations and community members who are involved and will be providing us with input and information about some of these key policy decisions. And all of this will lead to, and I should say, there may not be total consensus from all these. I think there will be a different number of data points that we'll have for you based on all these community discussions in December. But hopefully can lead to some recommendations and a consensus on particularly the fine amount and the number of hours of community service that we feel are appropriate for the system.
Lower the fine.
Memorialize that in an ordinance for first reading in January. That's my quick overview, unless there are any questions.